Hey everybody, this is Pat Jennings again from thebizseller.com, and in this video we are going to talk about the absolute key to you gaining control of the selling process the minute that a potential buyer responds to your business for sale ad. And we are going to talk about how you can separate the good prospects from the non-prospects, from the tire kicker, the dreamer, so that you don't have to waste any of your time with them. And by the way, the majority of the people who respond to your ads will be non-buyers. They will be non-prospects. They will be non-qualified. So identifying them up front is the key, because if you can't tell a real buying prospect from an unqualified non-buyer, you are going to waste a lot of time dealing with a lot of people who can't or won't ever buy your business. And the time you waste with bad prospects is time that you could be spending with real prospects. Now, the first thing to know is that if you were going to maintain control of the process of selling your business, you must keep the sale confidential. That means that you must not put your name, your company name, or your business phone number, or anything like that in your advertising, because people will call at the wrong time. They will walk into your business unannounced and try and talk to you or your employees or your customers. So I suggest that you start out your early communications with people who respond via email. And so you should set up a Yahoo Mail or a Google Gmail account, just a separate account to deal with to communicate just with the people who are involved with the sale of your business, and create an address that doesn't identify who you are or who your company is. Next, you have to resolve right now that you are not going to waste your time trying to please people who respond to your ads with comments like this. This may seem like an exaggeration, but it's not. At thebizseller.com, we see people all the time trying to get information about businesses without saying anything about who they are, proving who they are, proving that they have the money or the experience or the background in order to buy the business. If you look at all of those big business for sale websites like BizBuySell, the only information that a buyer has to give you is their name, their phone number, and their email address. And usually you get messages just like this, requesting a world of information from you, and they don't give you anything about them beyond their name and their email address. Now, I have a question for you. The person who responds to a business for sale ad with this kind of message, who are they? Are they qualified to buy your business? How do you know? Are they motivated to buy within the next few months? You see, since the internet became the main way to advertise businesses for sale, buyers have become conditioned to think that they should get all kinds of detailed information from you about your business, confidential, personal information, while they give you nothing but their first name and their email address. You cannot let that happen in your case. And this is where you can set the tone for the entire interaction with a prospect. First, by not playing that game. So you can't approach the selling of your business from a position of weakness, thinking, well, the more information I give them, the more interested they'll get. Usually you're just wasting your time, because 90% of the people who respond to your ads will be non-buyers. Most people who respond don't wind up buying. There's no qualifications for responding to an ad. So you have to first see if someone is qualified and serious enough to buy your business before you give them any more details than the details that you put in your business for sale ad. You know, the prospect who expects all kinds of detailed information from you, they don't understand how the world works. And this is true of most of the people who respond to an ad, because anybody can respond. There is no qualification to respond to the ad, yet the qualifications for buying a business are very serious, and very few people have them. So it's up to you to set the standard for their behavior. And this is really the key takeaway from this video. And it's basically just, we're introducing the concepts that we're going to talk about in further videos, but you must demand information from the prospect first, including a signed confidentiality agreement, before you send them any detailed information about you. Period. That's non-negotiable. See, here's the thing. The people who are professional, who are serious, who are qualified, who have been preparing for years to own a business, they understand how the world works. They understand your request for information on them, and they'll honor it. They'll tell you who you are. They'll tell you how much money they have. They'll tell you where that money is, how soon they have access to it. They'll send you a resume or a statement saying who they are, what their experience is. They expect to give you that information before you give them the financial details of your business. People who don't understand that request, they aren't serious. They aren't qualified. They haven't done the preparation. So this is the first criteria you use to eliminate the non-prospect. And make no mistake, most people who respond to your ads will be non-prospects. So that first contact that you have with people, the way they behave, their willingness to cooperate, is the first sign whether or not you have a legitimate prospect. And I suggest that, when you get an inquiry from your ad on the internet, the first thing you do is you respond to them with an email requesting information on who they are and more details about them. And now, how do you do that? What do you say? What do you ask for? Well, that's going to be the subject of our next video. If you're watching this on YouTube, a link to that video will be in the description section just below this video. And in that video, we're going to go over what you ask them, what kind of information you ask them for, and we'll go over what we do at thebizseller.com and how we get that information out of buyers ahead of time for you so you always know who you're dealing with.